Alright. Let's see what's up. (2018). I don't believe there are any graphical settings either, if I remember right. The game just is. As is. This was like a super low profile release as well. Like I remember when it came out, people were shocked that it even came out, because there was no fanfare, no like announcements or anything like that. It just sort of happened. The PC port. So I guess it's better than nothing, I suppose. It's kind of loud. Just a little bit. Turn it down. "88 hours later," of course.
God damn it. What a way to start the new year. At this rate, I'll be dead by Easter.
I think...
Quiet down, Agent Jones. You're on the clock.
Yeah, I think these two agents...
Quiet down? Ha! You have any idea what you've done? I'd be half naked in Havana right now if you hadn't shown up. Soaking up some rays, surrounded by a harem of bikini queens, a mojito in one hand, and a seafood-slathered Havana-style...
This game isn't really spooky.
Agent Jones, don't let him
I just
take
don't think
control
so.
of the conversation. The moment you let your guard down, he'll strike.
It looks very cartoony. Cell shaded.
And no red, remember?
It's open. Come on in.
Francis Zach Morgan.
You have questions for us? That's why you're here, isn't it?
The controls are rather limited so far.
Mr. Morgan, before we question you, allow me to first read you your rights. Anything you say may be used against you in a court of law. Please keep that in mind as you speak. Do we have permission to film this?
Don't worry, my fairy. They're free to do whatever they like.
Something wrong, Mr. Morgan? I'm FBI Special Agent Aaliyah Davis, and this is...
Simon Jones. An analyst from the Boston branch. He's been monitoring us for years now.
Oh, hi.
Seriously.
A Southern belle and a lonesome loser who can't catch a break. Quite the uncanny duo. You'd be the perfect stars for the latest video game. Isn't that right, my fairy? How many years has it been since someone came to chat with us? Oh, but don't ask me about my fairy. That's a private matter.
It's hard to tell what he's thinking, but my eyes can't be deceived.
What?
If he's hiding something, it'll come out in his face. You solved many difficult cases across your career. Utilizing your own unique MO, you've expertly cracked cases that were otherwise thought to be unsolvable. According to our records, after joining the FBI in 2002, you quickly solved 2 drug ring-related kidnapping cases. In 2003, you solved the inside-out flesh skinner case in the suburbs of Pittsburgh. In 2004, the Jeffrey Dahmer wannabe case in Milwaukee, and also the stuffed human collector case in St. Louis that very same year. Then, in 2005, you coincidentally happened to solve the Lise Clarkson murder case while on vacation. You went on to solve many other cases after that, all of them seemingly inexplicable. Did you really solve these cases all on your own? There are no records of you using a wide-scale investigative team or working with anyone else. How did you ever accomplish such monumental feats all by yourself?
It was all thanks to our talented partner.
Partner. The FBI files show no record of you ever working with a partner. Do you mean you worked with some sort of unofficial partner or an outside confidant?
Our partner is our partner. We've always worked together. Besides, Belle, you're forgetting one important thing. After the St. Louis case, we stopped by a diner on our way home and caught Thelma and Louise, 2 highly sought-after fugitives.
Excuse me, Mr. Morgan, but would you please refrain from consuming that while we speak? I'm talking about... yes, that.
You don't need to worry about us. Don't get in our way, and we won't get in yours.
Unfortunately, questioning doesn't work like that. Our data needs to be consistent. Now please, put out that stinking indulgence right this minute.
What if we say no?
Then I'll put it out myself, using force.
Whoa, whoa, Aaliyah. This is Morgan's house. Besides, it's legal in Massachusetts for individuals to consume cannabis in the comfort of their own homes. And I mean, come on.
It's medicinal.
Exactly.
Hey, Belle. Why are you dressed so handsomely?
What are you talking about?
The thick black accessory wrapped around your neck. That's a male necktie. The color black represents confidence and interest in the self. And your decision to wear a male tie symbolizes your declaration of war against a predominantly male society. Or perhaps it's a psychological barrier, meant to hide the weakness that dwells deep within your psyche. We admire your bravery.
I thought you retired from profiling.
Bullseye, huh? You're an easy one to read.
In order to think with society, a man must first gouge out his eyes and cut off his ears. Don't judge a book by its cover. For someone who's supposed to have been one of our best, you've got an awful eye for people. Or did all that smoke and kill all your little gray cells?
Okay, Aaliyah, that's enough. She's smart, but she's also more of a shrew than she lets on.
Agent Jones, that's sexual harassment.
So, Belle, does that barrier of yours also protect you from violent criminals?
He's more dangerous than I thought. Can't read him.
I can't move the camera?
I'll just have to assault him head on with questions then.
Or,
First,
okay.
I'll try using the files on the table to shake him up.
Alright, wait, okay, now I can move it around. What if I don't? What if I select unfinished chess game?
That chessboard looks rather old. And you can't even buy those ivory pieces anymore.
Right, they were banned by the CITES Treaty.
That was made in France in the 1900s. We know it's in bad taste, but the weight of the ivory just feels so good in our hands.
You play chess alone?
Is that a crime?
No. But it's a hard game to enjoy when you're all by yourself.
He's probably just replicating famous games.
These are pretty bad. These investigators or FBI agents or whatever. They're not very good.
Or
at
trying to
this.
solve problems from a chess workbook. Right, Morgan? I may not look it, but I'm actually a bit of a chess nut myself.
Chestnut?
When I was in school, I used to pore over every issue of Chess Life, the magazine published by the U.S. Chess Federation.
Is it actually a thing? Chess life is a thing?
Well, unfortunately, your guess is completely wrong, Agent Jones. He isn't replicating a famous game, nor is he solving workbook problems. There isn't a single chess book to be found in this apartment.
So, is that your evidence? suggesting this?
And I didn't find any chess-related websites in his internet history.
What? Has she never heard of, like, learning chess from someone else?
He was simply playing chess. All alone.
Okay, buddy.
So,
There's no chess book and there was no websites about chess.
what's wrong with that, Belle?
I don't understand it. How could a single human being seriously play as both sides?
You just publicly confessed to stealing personal data.
Got him.
Seems like that's a much bigger problem.
Fucking got him.
Oh no. Everything was done in a perfectly legal manner.
Oh, yeah, the legal version of, like, looking into someone's internet history, right?
We simply happened to intercept a
Oh.
handful of data being sent out from an unknown origin.
Is that so? Oh.
Ooh, now she's really trying to scare us. Did you hear that, my fairy? Serious nightmare fuel.
Mr. Morgan, may I ask you a question purely out of curiosity? If it makes you uncomfortable, just let me know, and I'll retract it.
Belle, what's wrong? You sure put a lot of effort into that approach.
It's a question about death.
About this body?
Are you afraid of what's coming?
Think carefully about why we're smoking this, then ask us again. Honestly, we're not afraid. Rather, we find it intriguing.
Intriguing.
Yes.
Hey, at least the you know, the audio balance is a little bit better, so the smoking isn't extremely loud. Kind of like, have you ever wondered why we're smoking this? You know.
Belle, have you ever been to the Grand Canyon in winter?
No.
In the dead of winter, the Grand Canyon is terribly cold. Colder than you could imagine. A cold that no photograph could ever express. The sun,
It is.
powerless. And the temperature drops below zero.
I love it when it happens in a cutscene and like they're talking in a normal volume, and then suddenly like he lights one, and then you just immediately know it's gonna be an ear rape, like fucking like fucking stop enjoying it so much, asshole.
In the middle of the day.
Meaning?
That's how Boris smokes outside. Really fucking loud.
You can't really understand something.
Sometimes you
until
could hear it
experience it for yourself.
during the breaks.
If you want to learn more about us, you need to gain more experience, Belle.
Do you remember the homicides that took place in Le Carre, Louisiana in 2005?
Le Carre. That's like such an un-American town name.
We solved that case.
Your report states the following. By coincidence, you encountered a serious incident in a town you visited while on vacation. You then decided to steal the right to investigate from the local law enforcement and took over the case. After several more homicides, you managed to apprehend the perpetrator.
Yes. Yes. Yes, that's exactly what happened. We stole the right to investigate from them, just as you said.
It all started when the body of a 16-year-old girl was discovered. You arrived in Le Carre immediately after that, didn't you?
We just can't seem to keep ourselves away from dead girls.
Did you really visit that town just to take a vacation?
We don't know. If you already have the report, then we suggest you read it, Belle. Either way, that case is closed.
Closed. Don't you think this puzzle is still missing some crucial pieces?
Come on. No need to beat around the bush with us, Belle.
They found Lise Clarkson's body. It was hidden deep within the Clarkson Food Delivery Services cold storage warehouse.
After 14 years, we finally discovered the body of the very first victim. Do you know what this means? That's why we're here. The first victim in the case he solved. Lise Clarkson. This is a photograph of what she looks like now.
Lise?
How will he react when he sees it?
Lise.
We're pleased that her body turned up. Deeply pleased.
You claim to have closed this case, but now a lost body suddenly surfaced.
Okay, and?
Aren't you curious about the details?
Body or not, we already solved that case. Lisa's body can't change anything now. And it certainly has nothing to do with us.
I suspect the body was stored there rather than abandoned, due to the unnatural state it was found in. She was found frozen in a storage unit. Therefore, she looks exactly the same as she did when she disappeared. In fact, she's in such good condition that we can even determine the murder weapon and cause of death.
Well, good for you.
Even stranger is how unbelievably beautiful she looks.
Okay.
At first glance, few would guess she was a murder victim at all. She looks more like a piece of art, or a mythological figure from a painting.
This keeps getting better and better.
Better and better?
Isn't that right, my fairy? A corpse as beautiful as a goddess. Sounds just like our story.
He's into it.
That went okay. Now I'm sure that Morgan's hiding something. I may be able to get what I want if we go deeper into the documents.
Isn't there someone else you should have talked to?
I have to sneeze. I would keep
Before
having to
coming
press B.
us?
We were unable to reach Patricia Clarkson. You look surprised. I thought you already knew. After all, you visited Louisiana last week. We assumed you met with her during your time there.
We haven't been to Louisiana. Not in 14 years.
Is that so?
We've been right here in our apartment this entire time. That man is our witness. Aren't you, Simon?
He's right. He didn't even take a single step outside on Christmas Eve, which means that I didn't get to either.
Are you positive about that? I took the liberty of checking some airline records. Last Friday, the name Billy Bishop was listed on a morning flight out of Boston. This is the fake name you used to use as an agent, isn't it?
A mere coincidence.
Yet that's not all. That evening on the same day, a man with a large scar on his forehead allegedly purchased an '89 Cadillac from a small used car lot in Le Carré. He reportedly said he wanted something old, big, and strong. The owner of the car lot felt it was a strange order, so it stuck in his mind.
Our world is filled with mysteries, and they always have the most bizarre timing.
Incidentally, on the following day, an identical Cadillac was taken to a scrapyard in Trenton, New Jersey.
You can find that type of car anywhere. Isn't that right, my fairy?
Who is it? This my fairy character you keep speaking to.
You can't see her? Such bad manners. You barge into our apartment, yet you don't even care about who else is living here.
Dissociative identity disorder. In the past, it was known as multiple personality disorder. You were subjected to an internal probe only once during your career, correct? They suspected that you had DID, but you denied it. And no problems arose during your test. Is this how you dealt with the psychological profiler back then, too? Saying strange things, weaving unrelated matters together. Is that how you slipped through?
You're free to draw your own conclusions, Belle. But my fairy clearly exists. She's been sitting right there, on your lap, this entire time. Hey! Stop it! No violence allowed in here, Belle. Wouldn't want to scare my fairy, now would we?
You may be wondering why we decided to unearth all these old files.
Everything happens for a reason.
The moment Lee Crosby's body was found, we did the best we could to start our own local investigation. But there wasn't much we could actually investigate due to the damage caused by the hurricane.
Then we assume you also questioned everyone who worked in the warehouse.
Of course, we questioned all the Clarkson Food Delivery Services employees who staffed the warehouse and its owner, but we still have yet to obtain any key testimonies.
Par for the course with a 14-year-old case, if you ask me.
Not to mention how bad the timing was. Most of the employees were on vacation.
So, you gave up on the investigation and came to see us.
I gotta say, this game starts fucking dreadfully. I mean, what? It's been like 15 minutes of this shit. This is terrible. Like, this is not how you start a video game. It was, when I first tried this game just to see if it works, it was painful to get through this, just so I could get to some actual gameplay.
Remember what happened, my fairy? That warehouse, that man, so incoherent, such a pain.
Hey, are you talking about the guy who managed the vault where Lisa's body was found? Yeah, I think he started working there in 2005. Remember, Aaliyah? You said he was a pain to deal with, too.
A large man, yes? No need to answer. If you don't want to. I'm sure you've already put him under surveillance. Textbook FBI protocol.
Morgan's right. Everything happens for a reason. Even this messy room. There must be a reason for it. Especially when it comes to those strangely tidy spots. They're practically begging me to question them. A stinking indulgence, and a massive DVD collection. You must live a very comfortable life.
We're retired, remember?
Retired in your 40s. I'm envious.
But who doesn't love movies, Belle?
I'm not a fan.
Oh, that won't do. You should dedicate all the free time you have to watching movies. It's practically an unwritten law. Films guide us. Films are filled with every important life lesson there is.
Is that so?
For example, They Live, 1988, directed by John Carpenter. That film taught us a valuable lesson. Always put on your sunglasses before a fight.
You know, you got a point. Movies teach us about everything we need to know.
This guy's like a bat chest type of character.
I learned about the right way to eat frozen pizza from Cobra. It's one of Stallone's best films.
Right way to eat frozen pizza?
Before that, I wouldn't be caught dead trying to eat frozen pizza.
Learn how to eat frozen pizza.
I thought it wasn't fit for human consumption. But that film changed my life.
Simon,
What?
that has nothing to do with the film. You're just talking about pizza.
Do you like fresh vegetable juice?
Why would you think that?
There's a juicer in your sink that hasn't been washed yet. And do I smell the faint fragrance of baked beans? You didn't use much salt, did you?
What are you implying?
You just told me that you find impending death to be intriguing. That confused me. When I look around your room, all I can see are the many ways in which you're resisting death. Poly-MVA treatment, highly concentrated vitamin C IVs, fresh vegetable juice, vegetable protein without salt, gallons of vitamin D milk for fat and calcium.
The ambivalence, yes.
What?
Two contradictory emotions, mixing, coexisting together. An adult, mature mind is never satisfied with only one response. It's common sense. Isn't that right, my fairy?
Mr. Morgan, I found several spots in this room that look strangely clean. Did you tidy up a bit because you knew we were coming?
Those are sanctuaries. They've existed from the start.
Sanctuary.
Oh, there's a clean triangle there.
That's right. Sacred places. Hovels for pure souls, if you will.
Were there originally objects in those hovels? Something you didn't want us to see?
The soul's still there. We haven't touched a thing. But we know you can't see anything. Hey, Simon, don't touch the sanctuary.
Sorry.
That's a sanctuary. Don't ever touch it again. You've been watching us for 4.5 years, and you couldn't even figure that much out.
My bad. It's my first time actually coming inside, you know.
You're earning far more than you deserve then. What were you doing all day in that black Suburban? We thought wiretapping was your specialty. Don't tell me. Crossword puzzles. What do you think, my fairy? 4.5 years. All that time. What does he have to show for it?
Crossword puzzles? No way. Come on, I thought you knew. I'm a Sudoku guy.
Agent Jones,
Oh, right.
he's completely taken control of the conversation.
You just kind of suck at this, I must say.
At this rate, we'll never get anywhere. I need to press him some more.
This is like, I wonder. This has to be like one of the most painful ways to start any video games ever. It's just
Agent Jones, did you find the files?
the two unlikable cunts are talking to an old guy, and you're just like struggling through the conversation, never gonna get anywhere for like 20 or so minutes.
Mr. Morgan, do you recognize these files?
Oh, I don't have to skip anymore. Nice.
Whoa! Ow!
It just a
Told
sanctuary.
you. That's a sanctuary.
Let him go! Assaulting an FBI agent is an obstruction of
told you.
justice.
We told you. Go. Ah! Stay back. Stay back. Sanctuary. Down. Surrounded. Ah! 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 Yeah.
Mr. Morgan?
The thing is, like I've not even moved around
Cut my finger
yet.
with that can opener this morning. I thought I stopped the bleeding
for a
that
second.
seeped through. How could I be so stupid?
It was all just like basically moving on rails. I had to move on rails. So
Everything
far.
should be fine now. I'm sorry for being so careless. I made
And
sure
it's
to read
still
through
not
the
over
file
yet.
and learn about your condition. The color red, such an unusual thing to fear. Please, accept my deepest apologies.
I'm sorry too, Morgan. I don't know what I was thinking. I'll never touch one of your sanctuaries ever again. And no more red either.
That sofa is kind of red looking.
Don't ever touch one again. I told them not to.
Now, may we return to our discussion?
Don't worry. I won't let them touch it again.
Strangely enough, this man has a fear of the color red. And I believe that fear is connected to the Greenbelt case. Could you tell me what exactly the word sanctuary means to you?
Sanctuaries are sanctuaries.
It's like kind of like in Shemu where he says, "Friend, a friend is a friend."
Nothing more and nothing less.
That doesn't explain anything.
Why do you wish to know?
Just curious.
Belle, you're a much ruder person than you initially seem to be.
Much stupider as well.
Don't you agree, my fairy? What do our sanctuaries have to do with the investigation? If you're out of questions, then how about just going home?
Hey, mind if I jump in here?
What is it, Simon? We hope you've got a real question for us.
Well, actually, I'm also a little curious myself. No one's supposed to touch any sanctuary, right?
That's what we said.
What about you, though? You can't even touch them yourself? Are there any extenuating circumstances?
What are you getting at?
I mean, I doubt if any of this really matters, but if no one can touch the sanctuaries, then how do you clean them?
Of course, we don't get an answer.
This is a very large shredder. Is there something you don't want people finding out about?
Good question. But we never know when some curious civil servants may come and sift through our trash now, do we?
You're already retired. What are you so worried about?
It's just a simple habit from back when we were still on duty. Didn't they bang that into your head when you were up in Quantico? Some habits are hard to break, no matter how hard you try.
Okay, let's get on to this. I don't think there's anything else.
Mr. Morgan, I'd like to ask you some questions about this case now.
We don't want to remember that town.
I'm sorry, but there's no way around this. I remember hearing about this case on the news when I was still a student. A high school girl named Anna Graham was murdered and the FBI stepped in to take over the case. I also remember it becoming a sprawled investigation due to evidence found in the victim's throat. Is that correct? After that case, you went on sick leave for 2 years. And when you returned, you requested to be switched over to desk work. What happened?
That's a private matter. None of your business, Bill.
Were you traumatized? It's a common problem with prolific agents such as yourself. But there's another possibility that may make more sense. Perhaps you simply finished making preparations.
What are you getting at?
Thinking too much about something will always turn it into a problem. The Greenvale case. Don't you think it resembles the Luke Carre case?
Read the report. We have nothing else to say.
I just need one more push. One more thing that can summon up the past. The silver clock in that trash pile. Is that an H5?
That's right. John Harrison's 5th chronometer. Completed in 1770. After many years, he completed it and presented it to the Board of Longitude in order to end their feud with him. That's only a replica, of course.
You like clocks?
Clocks are amazing. Prime fruit of the human race's intellect. We took the invisible idea of time and manifested it in these.
Yeah, I love clocks too. Absolutely fascinating.
I disagree.
Oh? Why?
Time is valuable precisely because it can't be seen. Yet nowadays people can't tell what time it is unless it's measured in numbers. Talk about idiocy. I don't mean to side with the Board of Longitude, but remember, humans used to cross oceans with the stars alone. We have our eyes to read moon charts and study the sky. We don't need clocks.
What if it's cloudy or stormy?
All you need is courage and a love for adventure.
Hear that, my fairy? Courage and a love for adventure? Surely you know how many lives have been claimed by your pals' courage and adventure.
Hey, hold on a second here. That Board of Longitude thing, what the heck is that? I mean, I've heard of it before. I'm an FBI analyst, remember? I just sort of can't remember it right now. I know what it is, really. I'm telling the truth. Come on, Aaliyah, back me up here. Aaliyah?
Mr. Morgan, please look at this.
What we don't want to remember, Greenvale.
This isn't a photo from Greenvale. Look closely at it. Former Special Agent Francis Zach Morgan. This photograph predates Greenvale. It's from the Le Carre case you worked on in 2005.
Red tree. Red tree.
Yes. A red tree. Greenvale wasn't the first place you saw one of these. The Greenvale case and the Lise Clarkson murder case. They're connected by these red trees, aren't they?
Red trees.
Answer me. What are these trees?
Red trees.
I want the truth. Tell me everything you know.
The red trees. You really did your homework. Well done, Belle. You're good. Damn good.
Are you ready to talk now? I want to know what went down in Le Carre in 2005.
We'll tell you. We'll tell you what happened in that town. Yes. It was that red tree. That red tree ruined my life. It was a sultry summer day. The sun comes down hard on you in the south, like a torrential downpour of demonic whispers. It all started back in that sweltering summer. We still had our best friend with us back then. The other me. My better half.
Okay, after half an hour of that shit, I think it's time for some gameplay. So this is not how you start a video game. That is terrible.
Never a choice. When somebody needs
Too loud.
you can't turn away.
It's like, we want exposition, but it's gonna take a while. Nice. Did I just skip that? I might have skipped that. Oh, fuck. I just wanted to turn it down. It's really fucking loud. Brilliant audio balancing, of course, as per usual. I'll go on a bathroom break while it's loading.
Zach.
Zach? Zach, are you there?
Zach.
Zach?
Can you hear me, Zach?
I can hear you, Zach. What button do I press? What? I had to highlight it, but that was the only option. Whatever.
There you are, Zach. Sleeping again?
Almost. That intro was rough.
Well, rise and shine. It's time for us to head back out into the chaos. Isn't that right, Zach?
That's TUI Premonition. A blessing in disguise. (2005) summer. Le Carré, Louisiana. Français. Wow, lobster for breakfast.
Zach, it looks like she wants us to join her for breakfast. Perhaps this town's finally starting to warm up to us.
Holy fuck. The animation in the coffee. Jesus. Francis York Morgan.
Look at that, Zach. She's
Look at
welcoming
that.
us with open arms. She's even willing to share that tasty morsel with us. What an honor.
Eat it.
Hurry up and chow down, mister. Unless you like your breakfast stale.
What?
What an amazing place. I've been on top of the moon since the moment I got here. And the name of this wonderful town, Lacari, sounds like French to me. But what does it mean?
Un café. Un
I'm the chef.
orange
Jake.
café.
If you want to know about the town, you
Well,
better ask the
Un
concierge.
orange café.
Only amateur chefs flap their gums about stuff that ain't food related.
1, 2, 3. David Jawara.
Did you hear that, Zach?
He looks so
He's a true
weird.
professional.
You say something, mister?
No, not
He's a
too
true
much.
professional. He
Just
serves
talking to
lobster for breakfast.
Zach?
Zach. Please don't ask me about Zach. It's a private matter.
If you say so, still.
Oh my god, he said that thing from the
Never
first
thought
game.
the
Ha!
FBI would ever come out to a little old town
Pog.
like ours.
I do
That
work
chest-
for the FBI, but I didn't come here for an
Brings back
investigation.
memories
I just happened to stop by on my way to
From-
New Orleans.
6 months ago.
Never thought there'd be a murder out here either. And
Guys, it
it
was
was
half a year ago I
between
played
the old kids.
Deadly Prem.
And I
Jesus
tell
Christ.
you, this country seems
What the
that
fuck?
way.
It was in
What
March,
you reckon, mister?
I think. That was
Zach,
a long
he's
time ago.
definitely a professional, but it seems like he's also a bit lonesome. That's good. Ambivalence exists everywhere.
Folks say the killer used an axe. Hell of an old-fashioned choice, if you ask me.
Actually, Chef David, if you don't mind, I'd like to ask you a few questions about the incident.
Well, shoot. I ain't the one you ought to be asking, Mr. FBI. I only heard what I heard. But seeing as you're fixing to grill me, I can tell you what I know.
Please do. I appreciate it.
Thanks, all we all.
You said the victim was a 16-year-old. Did you know her?
Well, sure. I reckon the whole town did.
Oh, she was like the town bicycle, or what do you mean?
Meaning?
She's Lise Clarkson, the little grandbaby of the Clarkson
Oh,
family.
right.
The Clarkson family?
That's right. You ain't seen they sign on your way in here? The one above that huge cold storage complex. Should have had a dragonfly on it. Anyway, that's the Clarkson family seat. They own most of the land around here. From the sugar plantation right down to the food processing plant. Yeah, I think they got a stake in just about everything.
He'll use the lobster to like peel it,
They even own the water tower on the edge of town, you know?
the claws.
They're the ones who built up this town, and they still support it.
What do you know about the Clarkson's house?
Now, I ain't got nothing bad to say, but I'm gonna talk straight to you. You best steer clear of that place. That family ain't just some gang. They're a whole different kind of beast. They folks with real power. Remnants of the good old boys who shaped America in the early days.
Yep.
Especially the head of the family, P.J. Clarkson. He's the kind of monster who goes around eating
Peanut butter
other
jelly
monsters.
Clarkson.
And I'm sure he's on edge now with his granddaughter getting murdered and all. So don't go barging in with that shiny FBI badge of yours and think you'll be safe enough. Things are different down here. So if you plan on sticking around, You best remember that.
I see. I'll keep that in mind.
God, there's so many questions.
By the way, Mr. FBI, I ain't seen a car in the parking lot. How'd you get all the way out here, huh? Don't tell me you walked.
Well, that's a very good question. Chef David, you've got a sharp eye. It's true that I didn't park my car in your parking lot. Do you know why?
Can't say I do.
Because it was stolen.
Huh? But you with the FBI, right?
Even FBI cars can be stolen. Could happen after you park your car on the side of the road and go off to do some legwork. When you're eating lunch, when you're watching a movie, when you're buying cigarettes at the local supermarket. Your car can be stolen anywhere. That's precisely what it means to be an FBI agent. In my case, my car was stolen while I was on my way down here.
That's what it means to be an FBI agent. That your car gets stolen. It was stolen while I was on my way down here. They stole it right underneath me.
But no need to worry. I already reported it to the local authorities. And I've also already acquired another mode of transportation.
Another mode?
Want to hear the details?
Not really,
Skateboard.
but I'll listen if you want me to.
Then please do. After I finished my work in Houston, I flew to New Orleans. Then, I rented a car at the airport. Whenever I visit the West Coast, I always rent a convertible, especially in California. But now I'm in hot and sticky Louisiana. So, I decided on a brand new hybrid car with a fully equipped air conditioning system.
A hybrid car?
Oh yes, they're marvelous. Vehicles that utterly defy everything you think you know about cars. Now, in the year 2005, it feels like we've finally entered the 21st century. Stomp down on the gas all you want. The engine won't make a sound.
It's silent?
At first, I felt like the landscape was moving past me on its own. Give it a few more years, and I'm sure we'll start seeing cars that run purely on electricity. Who knows? In a decade or so, electric sports cars may end up lining the parking lots of Silicon Valley. I can see it now. It's the world of The Last Starfighter, 1984, directed by Nick Castle. It's famous for being the first film to utilize realistic CG, but I couldn't care less about that. See, I was mesmerized by the beautifully refined mech designs. It even made me wish that I could be one of them myself, especially the Gunstar spacecraft. No other sci-fi movie has ever had.
So, yeah, where'd your hybrid car get stolen?
Sorry, I got off topic. I noticed it was missing after I finished my lunch and walked. Incidentally, this diner was located
I keep
at the
missing.
entrance to
I
a
keep
small
skipping.
town just south off the I-10. I went out to get back in it, but my hybrid car was nowhere to be found.
It's important to mention every time that it's a hybrid car.
I remembered exactly where I parked it, right between a blue pickup truck and a hedgerow. But when I came back from lunch, it had completely vanished.
Is it like a Prius?
In short, someone stole it.
It's probably like a Prius knockoff clone thing.
And in its place, they left me this.
What?
A skateboard.
A skateboard?
Yes. While I was sliding my lunch into my stomach, someone was busy replacing my brand new hybrid car with a wooden board attached to 4 wheels.
He's trying so hard to sound like Special Agent Dale Cooper that it's not even funny.
Remarkable, don't you think?
So then how did you get here?
By riding the skateboard, obviously. Why do you look so surprised? No, I couldn't ride the board very well at first. But by the time I hit the 3-mile mark, I'd more or less gotten the hang of it. By the 10-mile mark, I'd even learned to do a few tricks. It was a journey of self-discovery. Not even I knew I had this latent talent sleeping inside me. Is the local law enforcement investigating the case?
Shoot, mister, what you think? Now, I told you this ain't no city. We in the bonafide boondocks here. They got to know how to break up fights and keep folks from killing each other when they piss George. They sit down and talk it out with you heart to heart. And when that don't work, they just beat your ass. That's the deep south for you. This murder ain't like that, though. A little kid got killed. A weird way. like something on a TV show. The sheriff's department ain't never seen nothing like this.
Live and Let Die, Angel Heart, and The Pelican Brief, right? 9 out of 10 people will name those titles when you ask them to think of a film set in New Orleans. They're all excellent movies, but to me they lack realism. Due to my line of work, I have a tendency to think deeply about what feels real and what doesn't.
What's your point?
Cat People. That's my point. Cat People, 1982, directed by Paul Schrader. The crowning achievement of Nastasia Kinski, the ultimate muse of the 80s.
Shut up about the stupid movies already, bro.
The most vital element of that movie is the reality it depicts. Leopards who turn into humans have
Fucking nerd.
intercourse with humans and turn back into leopards. Then they can only turn back into humans again if they mutilate their lovers. I was awestruck by the sheer reality of it all. Understand? I'm talking about hyper-realism. After watching it, I felt like I just had to experience the world of Cat People for myself. That's why I decided to visit New Orleans.
Okay.
Another vital element of Cat People is the presence of Malcolm McDowell. Malcolm McDowell from Blue Thunder. Talk about a masterpiece. Listen carefully, David. Only an amateur would call A Clockwork Orange his best movie. His best movies are Cat People and Blue Thunder. Period. You need to remember this, because it's the truth.
Whatever you say, mister. So, what's your point again?
Never mind, don't worry about it. I already covered all the important parts. When you say it was like something from a TV show, what exactly do you mean?
Hey, mister. Why do you look so excited, huh? Like a kid asking grandma to read him a fairy tale.
I just can't seem to keep myself away from young women who died in bizarre ways.
Well, I ain't seen it with my own eyes. But folks say they found the body hanging under a bridge on the bayou. And under that bridge, there was some kind of altar.
An altar?
Like something they use in black magic. Something horrible.
Voodoo?
Nah, wasn't nothing like that. Just a weird altar.
That's all?
Oh, and the body was all cut up in pieces. Scattered around the altar like.
So she was sacrificed.
That's what the fella who discovered her said, yeah.
Bingo, Zach. This case has got our names all over it.
This summer's gonna be another hot one. It's supposed to get over 95 today. Watch out you don't go getting heat stroke.
The Lise Clarkson case needs us. Don't you think so, Zach? The Cat People are what guided us to New Orleans. We should be thanking Malcolm McDowell. Once we get home, let's watch Blue Thunder again. I'm already looking forward to it. Aren't you, Zach? Zach.
Zach?
The searing light. The scents. It's the deep south. That was a fabulous breakfast. You're the world's greatest chef.
You didn't even touch it.
Wait, mister. You didn't take a single bite.
Well, the tea was to die for. But I prefer coffee next time. What would a morning be without coffee?
Yours for that. Alright, still no gameplay. We're closing in on the 40-minute mark, I think, roughly, of playtime. He definitely is going for the Special Agent Dale Cooper voice, that's for sure. Okay. Quest. Okay. Oh my god, we're playing! Oh my god! Controls! It's not a menu anymore. Oh man. Video gaming. That's a weird animation for running. What's the run button? RB. 10 second walks the next cutscene. Maybe. But at least I can like spend a whole hour here if I want to, you know what I mean? Like, they give me the option. Peter, chicken, sausages, don't know what the fuck that is. Chicken pies, bread, Gumbo. Don't know what that is. Cakes. Cookies. Pie. Alright. No, there's an actual game behind it. You like control it with the sticks and shit, and you can run. It's pretty crazy. You cannot play it with a keyboard though, forget about that, it's controller only. And even if you have a, yeah, sometimes even controller, sometimes not even controller. I have a mod installed that fixes the controller support. I'm not sure if it's a mod or like a configuration file, I can't remember because I did it like months ago. I did it basically half a year ago, I set this game up. It's because I was going to play it right after Deadly Premonition 1, but I never did. But now I am. But yeah, I had to download something to get the controller even working. I got an Xbox 360 controller for this. Otherwise, there's just no inputs whatsoever.
San Rouge. I've been chasing it all over America. But I feel like we're finally on the verge of finding something now. Don't you, Zach?
Also, the buttons are fucked up because
it's about time we ordered a new briefcase.
it's Switch controller based, and you know, playing on Xbox controller, the buttons are like in a different place.
Yes, I know this one carries a lot of memories, but it's seen too much.
X is where Y should be, Y is where X should be, B is where A should be, A is where B should be.
This holes from the shootout at Tucson. And this stains from Miami. Miami. Now that was a fascinating case. Billy, our perp, cut his own torso right in two, even with the help of the drugs. A feat like that still requires incredible mental fortitude. I was so impressed that I forgot I'd left my briefcase on the floor. The same floor his blood gushed out onto. I know, Zach, I know. Now isn't the time for a trip down memory lane.
Oh no, what's going on?
An emergent drug that's been on the rise in 4 southern states. Personally, I think it originated right here in Louisiana. And
Fucking hate this shit that you have to like
girl who
keep
was
skipping
murdered.
the text.
Her body was found beneath a bridge over the river, along with a strange altar.
Like every time there's a subtitle, you have to press B to get rid of it.
The powerful man who essentially controls the town of Lucare. And he seems to be more fearsome than your average gangster. I doubt he'll be willing to cooperate with any law enforcement, Zach.
Okay. Evidence organized. Good. Clear. Yay, we did it. Gaming.
You know, I keep thinking about that movie we stopped to see on our way here, Zach. The Island, 2005, directed by Michael Bay. For a movie being shown at a cinema,
Here we go with the movies again.
surprisingly artistic. An experimental setting mixed with hard-hitting drama. It was art house sci-fi. That director's going to change the history of art house films. Are you following me here? This is another special film that's setting a new standard, just like Star Wars and Blade Runner did. This is a turning point, Zach. You may be witnessing the birth of a vital new word that will soon become a part of film history. Yes, this single movie may be responsible for creating a whole new genre several years down the line. A genre known as island movies. I sure like the sound of that. Don't you, Zach?
Oh my god, I remember this song as well. Oh my god, I remember this music. Oh my god, the nostalgia is like pouring in my veins right now. I can feel it. Oh my god, this too, this song.
Hey there, chef. What's cooking?
It's like they didn't have to bother with a new soundtrack.
What are you talking about, sir? I'm the concierge, David.
David Tiwara.
I just heard from our chef that you wish to learn the meaning behind our town's name.
Yes, I've gathered that le carré is French, but does it have any special meaning?
Why, yes, sir. Of course it does. A very clear, logical meaning. All names have meanings. Would you like to know what this one means?
Yes, I would.
Jolly good, sir. Then allow me to explain. Lucare means square in French.
Ah. And
That's it.
that's it?
Yes, that's it, sir. Do take a gander at the town map in the lobby if it fancies you. It's beautiful, valuable, and old. I'm sure you'll understand once you see it. Now, please excuse me, sir. If you ever need anything, please don't hesitate to ask.
Did you see that, Zach? That was clearly David. Not a twin, not a split personality. Just the work of a true professional. It's bizarre, but I can understand it. Remember what they say, the job makes the man.
What? What have I done? What did I do? I didn't see what I put. What did I put away? Did anyone see what I put away? Fuck! Oh my god, this button bullshit is pretty bad. I put something away. I don't know what. Was it just more rubber bullets, maybe? Maybe it was just another set of rubber bullets? Like this? Yeah, probably. No?
I'm very satisfied with the decorations and the size of this closet, Zach. And it's even got a security box. What else could a man ask for? It's proof that we're still safely inside the fringes of modern civilization.
Okay. No, we're not changing the clothes. I want the flies back. What's this? Oh, it's the bathroom. No, we're not shaving. We want a beard. Although he might not grow a beard. No, yeah, you can shave. Okay. Still a thing. You can take a shower? Oh, so I guess in this game you need to take a shower to get rid of the flies. So this is our base of operations, it looks like. Okay. Save. We have saved. TV. Can't TV. Okay. Let's go.
Do you feel that, Zach? dozens of paintings no one will ever see. The faint scent of tobacco baked into these walls for over a century. Now that's what I call a hotel. Zach, can you see him? His fashion sense is beyond me, but he appears to be a gentleman. Perhaps we should talk to him.
To the painting? Talk to the painting.
Nice tie. Did you buy it here?
It's been a long time since someone spoke to me. No one these days.
You can
ever
talk to
tries
paintings.
see.
They can see what's far in the distance, but are blind to what's in front of them.
Okay.
No. Maybe they're only pretending not to see. That's what civilized society does to people.
Exactly. Ever since mankind got their hands on civilization, they zoomed away.
Mankind got their hands on civilization.
Zoomed away from what?
Don't be a fool. You know the answer. As for me, just call me Hunga.
Hunga. Title given to a leader in a certain religion. Is that what you are?
What is going on?
Do you comprehend the oracle?
The Oracle. Put on your religion hat, Zach. Here we go.
Felton maidens, in the shrine of hunger, find the flying serpent in the ambiguous zero. Dance with the flying serpent, and you will glimpse the other world.
10 maidens and an ambiguous zero. Got it. But what do you mean by other world?
Follow the oracle.
So it's just high.
Zach, did you hear all that? Looks like we've already taken our
What kind of
first
drug
step
does
into
that?
Chaos. But such is our duty. We need to accept the chaos, let it inside, then carefully dismantle it piece by piece. And after we've put all the pieces back into their rightful places, truth will reveal itself.
Cool.
Let's capture the truth and present it with a shiny pair of silver bracelets, Zach.
Alright, after about 1 hour of that, I think we're ready to leave the hotel and go outside. Here we go.
Zach, why are you in such a hurry?
Never mind, we're still not allowed to play the video game yet.
This is the country. We should take our time and enjoy ourselves. Let's try living by their rules for a bit.
This game starts so awfully. What am I supposed to do?
Zach, here's another perfect symbol of the human condition. Hunting trophies. And it's a buffalo hunting trophy. Now that's a surprise. I've seen several trophies made out of human skin, but never a buffalo's. Looking at him brings out this strange feeling from within me. Yes, the very same feeling I got when watching a certain film from 1984 by Peter Hyams. 2010. The last scene in that film filled me with such a sublime, majestic feeling. It was filled with everything that was missing
is
from the finale
terrible.
of 2001: A Space Odyssey. Just talking about it makes me want to watch it again. Let's watch it once we get home. Promise, Zach.
Okay. I'm not watching 2001 ever again. We watched it with Jen. I didn't like it. Hey, I can save the game again, I guess. Okay. Can I go now? Or... Nah, the only exclamation mark I see is this one. Or, oh, never mind. We got some more. Okay, what's going on here? No, this is for drinks. What's that? Cola. Nice. Root beer. I'll get a root beer. Okay. What's this? Schnacks. I'll get a donut. Okay. Can I... What do you guys think? Can I leave the... I don't think I can leave the place because... Look, would you look at that? Another painting. Oh wait, this is the not map, right? Okay. The square. Le
Zach, this
Carré.
is Lucare. I think I'm finally starting to
Lucare.
understand
Why are they calling it
what Concierge was
Lucare?
trying
That's
to
not how
say.
you say it in
You
French.
can tell this town was built by a very methodical person. No, wait. Maybe they just
Lucare.
didn't care, and that's why it ended up this way. It's just another symbol of mankind's obsession with molding nature to fit our own rules.
I mean, I guess it's kind of like when they say stuff like,
Zach, what did you think of Hungun's oracle?
it's like when they say stuff like, you know, Goldstein instead of Goldstein. It's like if people, I don't understand, how can people say, Albert Einstein, but they will say like Goldstein, which Stein, it's Stein, but that doesn't matter. But at least Stein is closer than fucking Steen. It's the same fucking letters. How the fuck are they saying Einstein and Goldstein? Bro, might as well just call him like Albert Einstein. Problem solved. You don't have to worry about it
Despite all
anymore.
the dramatic verve, it's little more than a childish
Americans.
riddle. Heartwarming, really. Exactly the kind of feeling one gets from the good old-fashioned countryside.
The parent stain.
Now let's start by tracking down those 10 maidens. The Oracle gave us a place and an act. We need to go to the Shrine of Hunger and fell 10 maidens. Now where in this town can one satiate their hunger? The hotel and where? And the 10 things that need to be knocked down. Simple. Very funny, Zach. Now it's time to get. You already know the answer. Now let's start by tracking down those 10 maidens. The Oracle gave us a place and an act. We need to go to the Shrine of Hunger and fell 10 maidens. Now where in this town can one satiate their hunger? The hotel and where? And the 10 things that need to be knocked down. Alexis's Diner and Lane. This is it, Zach. There are even pins and a bowling ball on the sign. I bet we'll be able to eat some Cajun cuisine and bowl there.
Cajun?
Maybe even both at the same time. Nice job, Zach. I knew you'd be.
Some Cajun cuisine in Le Carré. Let's go. Fuck's sake.
Now for the other Oracle. There's no flying serpent on this map. Could it be a contrail or perhaps a dragon? First, let's just figure out where we need to go. Do you know what the ambiguous 0 represents? 0 is usually treated as a base number, but under what conditions would a base number be ambiguous? The answer is temperature, Zach. Yes. 0 degrees Fahrenheit is minus 17.7 degrees Celsius. And
Which reminds me of this
Celsius
movie from
is
1932.
Fahrenheit. You'd be hard-pressed to find a more ambiguous 0 than that. question is, does our 0 refer to Celsius or Fahrenheit? Let's think for a moment. We're in Louisiana. Which measurement system do we use here in America?
What? 0. Okay.
Very funny, Zach.
Okay.
Now, it's time to get... You already know the answer. Do you know what the ambiguous 0 represents? 0 is usually treated as a base number. But under what conditions would a base number be ambiguous? The answer is temperature, Zach. Yes. Very funny, Zach. Now, it's time to get... You already know the... Very fun. Now, it's time... You already know...
I don't know what the fuck he's talking
The
about.
answer is temperature, Zach. Yes. Very funny. Now
Nope.
it's time to get serious. You already know.
I got it all wrong. It's this one.
The Clarkson Food
So the
Delivery
last one
Service
it
cold
shows.
storage
Oh, it's a cold storage. But it doesn't say fucking cold storage, asshole. It just says fucking food delivery services. Motherfucker.
That's got to be it.
Fuck's sake.
Even with this blazing sun in the sky, they can easily keep the temperature below freezing.
Oh my god.
Be honest now, Zach. You knew the answer from the very start, didn't you?
I thought 0 maybe death, I don't know.
What a mysterious character. His oracles may end up determining how much time we spend in this town.
Does this mean we can like go out the door for the first time in like 1 hour and 30 minutes of playing it? Oh my god, it's so cool the way he like lights a cigarette.
This is a smoke-free hotel.
Oh no. That reminds me of a movie from 1977 called
Don't tell me. You're the Bell's...
Cigarette Butts. But it wasn't just like cigarette butts, they were actually shoving cigarettes into their butts.
With the concierge and the chef?
We work at the same place, yeah. But, I can't really say whether we're good friends with each other. We're all professionals, though. Nothing more, nothing less.
I believe we've struck gold here, Zach. It just screams Deep South, actually. No, it doesn't. This is all his charm. So, if I want to smoke, I should go out the entrance and around to the rear parking lot?
Bada bing, bada boom.
Okay. I'll play by your rules.
Okay. Okay. We gotta go to the Cajun place. Oh no, there are people. I gotta talk to them before I leave, I think. Oh, I even have to go to the reception too. Oh yeah, here we go. Let's talk to these good lads first. Hello. Oh wait, that's just the same guy, okay. Maybe I don't have to then.
We always strive to provide our guests with the finest of service.
Oh, it's so funny, it's the same guy everywhere.
Our humble, bucolic town does have its inconveniences. Shopping in particular can be a bit of a slog. Therefore, we decided to provide a modest selection of daily necessities right here at our very own front desk.
Great. Sounds convenient.
Exactly. Serving you is my great... Please do...
Oh my god, does this mean we can actually open the door and step outside for the first time in 1.5 hours? Oh my god! We stepped... Oh, loading screen. But once the loading screen is over, right? Eventually... Only a matter of hours. And... it crash? I hope it didn't crash. Oh, okay, it didn't. Okay, it didn't. Whew. Here we go. We're gaming. Well, never mind, cutscene. But once this cutscene is over...
Compared to non-smokers, smokers have a 4.7 times greater chance of getting lung disease. You know that means it's more likely than getting asbestos poisoning?
The risk of death from lung cancer is actually much lower than what you think it is. In fact, it's tiny when compared to heart disease, strokes, and pneumonia. We're always surrounded by easy ways to die here. Some people even get randomly struck by lightning and die right there on the spot.
Then I reckon you also know that secondhand smokers have 1.3 times greater the risk compared to smokers?
Of course.
So you won't mind paying the damages when I die of lung disease? How about writing that in a contract for me? You got a pen, right? I promise to protect you from all the evil in our world. Oh, that's stupid. By the way, what's your name?
FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan. Please, just call me York. That's what everyone calls me.
Is something wrong with you? Adults ain't supposed to act like that. I only asked for your name so I can write it on the contract. You should have been able to figure that out if you're a real FBI agent like you said. Come on, sign here. Right here on the paper.
Just as I thought, Zach. This contract paper, it's a Sang Rouge wrapper. Sang Rouge is here, too. This must mean that Sang Rouge is connected to the Lise Clarkson murder case somehow. This is a sprawling case that's spread across the entire South. It's within our jurisdiction, Zach. We'll need to steal the right to investigate from the local authorities at once. By the way, miss, what's your name?
Patricia Woods. But I gotta write my name myself, or else it won't be a real signature.
Tell me, Patricia, does this town have a sheriff? Or is it under the jurisdiction of the nearest city police?
Perfect timing. Well, go on and steal it if you want it.
That's...
I was just thinking about how
Is that an
this is way out of my
UAZ?
daddy's league.
Like, I think that's an
Thank you for the
UAZ.
information, Patricia. Okay, so
Like the
it's time
Russian
to get to work. How should
van?
we seize control from the sheriff this time?
in Lucare, America. It is. Oh my god. Oh, that's a Soviet Union van. It's so funny in America. Oh, I'm crying. I completely forgot about this. Oh, it's got a funny top as well. Like they made the top a bit taller or something. This game is so fucking stupid. Uh,
Hey there. So, you're the fella from the FBI I've been hearing so much about. I'm Mel. They call me the sheriff around here.
FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan? But call me York if you can. That's what everyone calls me.
Huh? Well, all right. Mr. York. How's that sound?
Fine by me.
I'm sure you figured this out, but our town's a small one. Yeah, folks are already busy spreading gossip about how some FBI agents come to town. Now, I reckon you came from the city. Or what was it? DC, LA, or New York? Anywho, in the city, it's normal not to know who your neighbor is. Fellow who moves in next to you could cook up a dozen folks in his backyard.
They could have used like any old average American van, like anything.
Now, I never lived in one myself, but I visited them a few times, so I know what it's like.
Just use an old GMC or a Ford or whatever the fuck.
In the city of wolves.
No.
Yeah. Now does that
I
sound
know what we're gonna use. We're gonna use an UAZ.
I bet you. I know, CLG. I'm just trying to make a little small talk, that's all. Anywho, around these parts, everyone knows each other's name. So lots of folks get leery when they see an étranger like you. And since it's my duty to
Étranger.
protect
Is
the
this in
town,
Canada or
I thought I'd
Louisiana?
Stop by and say hello.
Looks like this sheriff is quite the happy-go-lucky type. A clear indication of just how peaceful this town is. Melvin, about the Lise Clarkson
I
case.
knew you were here for that case. Can't put one past the FBI. So they even got eyes on the smallest of towns like us, huh? Our world is filled with information, and it's all within their grasp. FBI, the Federal Bureau of Investigation.
The Lise Clarkson case is connected to a top-secret case that we've...
I know. If you're fixing to take the lead, then go right ahead. I'm just the humble sheriff of a tiny little town. My jobs are to stop my neighbors from beating the piss out of each other and listen to old folks complain. Honestly, this whole murder case has been weighing me down. So I'm gonna give you my full cooperation, Mr. Special Agent, sir.
Well, Zach, that was anticlimactic. I didn't even get to use my secret weapon. Melvin, there's a cold storage warehouse on the southern end of town, isn't there? I'd like to get permission to enter it.
Say what?
You want to see where the body's being kept, right?
Oh, I get it now. Lisa's body, yeah. Now, that's what I call a special agent. You already figured that much out. But, I'm not too sure that, going down there at this point is really gonna help much. You know?
Explain it yourself, Daddy.
That's incredible. I don't believe this. Amazing. Did you hear that, Zach? They put the body in a cold storage warehouse. This is fantastic. Insanely fantastic.
Really? Well, how about that? Well, all right then. I'll head on down to the warehouse ahead of you and make sure we get permission to search it.
Sounds good.
The management company only keeps the warehouse open during certain hours, so you'll have to come during those hours. I ain't looking to create any further disturbances, so be on time. Got it? Come on, let's roll, CLG.
I'm gonna walk home, Daddy. I still got another stop to make.
Oh, if you say so, sweetie. She's a real sharp one, as you can see, so I try to stay out of her way. Well, all right then, York. I'll see you at the warehouse.
Alright. Do we get the control? Like, we can finally move about and stuff? Wow, that sounds interesting. Kind of sounded like a Dodge Viper a little bit. Okay, there we go. Get on skateboard. X. B to speed up, A to slow down. Which one is like the ollie? How do you grind? What's the grind button? There we go. Oh boy. Hello. How do you ollie? How do you ollie? Fuck! Oh, you just turn around. What?
Hey, you.
Yeah?
You ain't secretly cutting kids up and sticking them into jars while you work as an FBI agent on the surface, are you? Or using your FBI connections to sell kids to child trafficking organizations?
I've arrested people who've done both, but I've never engaged in either of those activities myself. Of course, I have imagined doing such things in order to learn more about the psychology of the criminals I deal with.
It was just a joke. Why are you getting all serious? And don't tell me what you imagine, or else I'll get scared of you for real. Hey, can I come with you? You signed a contract with me, remember? And besides, I'm kind of worried about my daddy.
Do whatever you like. This is America, land of the free, but I have one condition.
What condition?
Don't ask me about Zach. It's a private matter. Zach, it feels like she's carrying something with her. Kind of reminds me of you back when we first met. I can't leave her alone like this. You feel the same way, don't you?
But... Okay, but, like, can I still use my skateboard? Okay, let's go.
Melvin called you a strange name. CLG, I think. What exactly does that mean?
Where is she?
Clever little girl. That's what
Oh.
it stands for, at least.
Oh. The camera doesn't move. I have to move the camera myself. Oh my god. Okay. Do you keep the speed? I guess you do to keep the speed, right? Yeah. Looks like it. I bet I can't go this way, yeah? What's the red thing? Oh shit, dogs? Are they evil? Is that why they're red? Or what? Hello? Are you doggos? Oh shit! They attack. Some wild dogs. What's that over there? Is there a way to jump? Oops. I don't want to do this. Okay. It was Pug. Yeah, except you can't do shit like ollie or grind. He really should learn some tricks. This would be so funny. Dude, imagine if they put an entire like Tony Hawk engine into this game. So whenever you're doing skateboarding, you could just do all the tricks like fucking grind on buildings and fences and just do flips and kick flips, heel flips, whatever, ollie all over the place. Manual. Just imagine how much better this would be. It would be incredible. Instead you can just like roll and that's it. But that would be pretty funny if you could just do all kinds of tricks. I mean, this game is already silly enough, so like I don't see why that wouldn't be possible and believable that he can whip up some tricks. I wonder if there's a mod for it. I don't believe anyone's made any mods for this game, but maybe, who knows. You know, just like fucking do like a melon 180 while the dude is like shouting at you, "Get off my property!" You're just like collecting points. Chases you around with a shotgun while you're trying to dodge it with ollies. That would be a game. That'd be a game to play. I don't know where I'm going. Where am I going? We're going out of town, it looks like. What? I don't want to... I didn't want to put that on a waypoint.
There's nothing past here, except fields and fields of sugarcane, that is. Let's continue the investigation, Zach. I know we may be...
Come on! Come on. No cars anywhere, that's kind of weird. In the first game you got traffic. Nothing here so far. What? Poor... What? What's that? Storage center... Poor? Or pool? Yeah, she's following me around for some reason. 1 month free. Pool? But she disappears whenever I get on my skateboard. Didn't think that through. Where's that place I need to go to? I think it's this way. What's that? What is going on here? Oh, you can make a fire and then sit? What? Oh, it's one of my toolboxes. Okay. Start a fire inside a drum to keep animals and red shadows away. Oh, okay, I see. So it's gonna be a problem at night. Yo, Zero Void. What's that place? The hell is this? What? Clarkson sugarcane plantation. A car! Finally. It's a Rolls-Royce looking thing though. But it $6 pedestrian damages, but I mean I got run over. Come on. What the fuck? Okay then. Can I drive this car? Of course not.
What the?
What the?
Hate to see a birthday ruined.
What the? Oh my god, Zero, what the hell? What the hell, man? I don't know what to say. Thank you very much, Zero. That's very generous of you. My birthday wouldn't be ruined, but thank you very much.
Birthday.
Hello! You gonna get pasted, Outlander.
Thank you for the bits, Jan. Can we drive this Jeep? Definitely getting that. I'm actually gonna get 4090 SLI. What the fuck? She's a magician. I don't think I'm getting a video card. Just a CPU motherboard RAM. Mainly. Is this where I need to go? This is the... I don't think this is the place. This is one of the places, but not the one. This is the... Oh wow, I got 50 bucks for... What the fuck? I don't... Don't go in yet. Don't go in. Don't...
Patty, is something wrong?
Don't go in.
I got something to say. When I first met you in the hotel parking lot, you mentioned Saint Rouge, right? If you want to find it, maybe you should track down Professor R.
Professor R?
Yeah. Professor R owns the jazz bar on the other side of the bayou.
Professor R kind of sounds like a villain in a Sonic game or something.
How do you know that?
Because.
Because, huh? Interesting.
Alexis. Okay, we're not going in yet because... Oh, should I? I mean, I'm already here, I guess. Whatever, let's see what this is. We can go to the other place later. What the fuck, is that guy naked? It's just... What? The fuck? He's just sitting there in some... Yeah, underwear. But he's got a hat. And like a cowboy boots? I mean, this is Louisiana, so, you know. Nothing is out of the ordinary. Hey, that's the same guy as that guy. He's in two places. This guy looks like Serge Tankian. A little bit. With that funny mustache. Alright, let's see what's going on here. Wait, that was the right thing. Oh, there it is. What the fuck is that she's holding? Oh, it's a bowling ball. I didn't even see the bowling
Let's
alley.
topple their hourglass figures and complete this oracle once and for all.
Oh my lord. I don't believe I've seen you around here before. Sorry, honey, but you can't smoke in here. Since you're with Patricia, I'm guessing you're some friend of Melvin's.
He's Agent York from the FBI. This is Alexis, the owner of this restaurant. I'm helping out Agent
Alexis,
York.
what's the time?
We signed a contract.
Oh wait, that's Alexa.
Oh my lord. Well, ain't that something?
Alexis.
I'm FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan. Please, call me York. Everyone's always called me that.
Oh, my lord. Well, that's got to be the strangest introduction I've ever heard. No wonder everyone in town's been talking about you.
I want a chocolate sundae, but no cherries. I want 2 wafers instead. Don't put too many Rice Krispies on it. Oh, but don't scrimp on the chocolate syrup either.
Oh, my lord. And what'll it be for you, honey?
Alexis, are these photos of the town?
Oh, you like my pictures? My hobby's collecting snapshots of what our town used to be like. So whenever someone gives me an old picture, I just put it up here on display. Our world these days feels a bit cold to me, you know? Just thought it'd be nice to help folks remember what it was like in the good old days.
Zach, did you hear that? The good old days. Even in a remote town that's already far behind the times, there are still people who yearn for the past.
She told me what was going on, you know.
What?
Lise, you don't need to try and hide it from me, honey. Last time she came here, she told me all about it. Some odd fella was following her around, stalking her like.
What kind of fellow?
She said he had a really tall shadow.
How tall?
As tall as an oak tree.
Did that ring any bells for you?
Sadly, it didn't. I know just about everyone in this here town, but I ain't never seen a man who stands that tall. Maybe it really was an oak tree, and she just mistook it for someone. Sometimes the silhouettes of them trees, with lots of Spanish moss hanging down, make me feel a little funny, too.
I don't think so, Alexis. Lise said the shadow was following her, correct? That means she must have been stalked by a man as tall as an oak tree. If she had only mistaken an oak tree for a person, she wouldn't have described it that way. She might have said,
It felt like a crowd of people was staring at me.
Yes, exactly. She certainly wouldn't have talked about being followed by someone. Thank you, Patty. Zach, this data is all very intriguing, but it isn't the answer we're looking for. We came to knock down the 10 maidens, remember?
Oh, yeah! Booyah! Oh, I got a turkey!
Truly mesmerizing, Zach. This is why I never tire of small-town investigations. Same goes for you, right?
Yeah, totally. Patty is such a shitty nickname, isn't it? Patty. Patricia sounds better than Patty. It's like, yeah, you want a fucking Krabby Patty? Hello.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Oh, howdy, stranger. You're a handsome one. You came out here from the city, didn't you? I can always spot you city folk from a mile away.
I'm FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan. Would you mind calling me York, ma'am?
Oh, so you are from the FBI. I thought as much. So sophisticated.
Booyah.
Well, my horoscope in the paper today told me I'd be meeting someone new.
That reminds me of that movie I saw in 1971 called Booyah.
They're the real deal. One even predicted when I'd bowl my first perfect game. Oh, no. Oh, could you stand a bit closer to me? Whew, that was a close one. If you move any further that way, you'll cast a shadow over the lane. Well, the sheriff did that once, and something horrible happened. The next
This
time
game reminds me in a lot of ways
I got
to
a
Darkness
girl.
2.
First
Darkness
time in
1
12 years,
I really loved,
mortified.
and they made this sequel that was kind of just
I'm going to
weird
make sure
and out there
nothing
and
like that
and
ever
cel shaded.
happens
which the first game wasn't.
In our world, some routines
It's the
lead to
second game,
good,
cel shaded
while
graphics,
others only
weird as fuck.
lead to the bad. So, you
But I really
mustn't
didn't like
ever cast a
Darkness 2.
shadow over
Not
the
sure if I'm gonna
lane.
like this one.
Is that understood?
I'm just getting those vibes again.
It's her routine, Zach. Understand? Just like us and coffee. Incidentally, ma'am, would you mind letting me use this lane too?
Maybe I should play
investigating the
Darkness
Lise
2
Clarkson
again.
murder case. And I need to topple 10
See-
maidens, no matter what it takes.
You know, see if maybe a second playthrough will change my mind about it.
Absolutely not.
I don't know.
Not even the FBI can take my lane from me. I haven't given it up once ever since my husband passed away over a decade ago. I'll never break my promise to him.
But
Damn.
Now, if you'll excuse me.
That's a weird looking bowling ball. She's gonna get turkey again. Got him.
Ooh, you like that? That's what I'm talking about. Who's your mama?
Zach, it looks like negotiations have failed.
Okay.
Now I'm afraid we have no choice but to force her to let us use her bowling lane.
I mean, to be honest, the first game wasn't
Yes, I know.
something I
won't
would
do
call a
anything illegal.
good game either, but it was fun. Like, I could have fun with the first game, even though, like, objectively it's kind of shit. It had some, like, cool vibes and memes and stuff, but you know, this game could have that as well. Although from what I've heard, it's not the best. Zach is like his other half, sort of. Like, he's kind of speaking to himself in another universe in a way, I think. Not sure if it's in his head or what, but like, just kind of, you know, interacting with him throughout the game, in the first game as well. And I'm guessing it's supposed to be sort of also you. You know, like, you act as Zach often, like when he is asking, you know, are you there, and you have to press answer that you're there, and you have to, like, answer his questions when he's asking Zach. So it's sort of the player,
Excuse me, Mrs. Carpenter.
which is not a bad idea. I think that's like a cool concept.
Stop! Not now. Can't you see I'm already in my bowling stance? What, are you blind?
Wait, are you blind? It starts out really slow, that's for sure. I mean, I spent like fucking over an hour just, you know, doing the investigation part at the start, which is incredibly fucking slow. That is definitely not the way to start a video game, but it's starting to open up slowly. Like, I feel like if you like the first game, there's a chance that you might like this one, but we'll see.
Stance? Oh, always works on a split. Oh, yeah, never fails.
Zach, our new friend.
Yeah,
appears to be a
Yakuza
very
in rural America.
superstitious lady.
Yeah, except for the fighting part, yeah.
We should try and utilize this trait of hers in order to gain access to
There
the
are some
lane.
similarities, I guess, in like the
That was an
gameplay
amazing
style and like the
shot, Mrs.
presentation of the game.
In fact,
But it's definitely going for a Twin Peaks vibe.
speaking of which, where did you happen to find all those neat little items?
Sort of like Twin Peaks the game.
The ones you used to help you bowl that split just now.
Especially the first game. First game is like almost, you could call it a rip-off of Twin Peaks, but it was going to be even closer to Twin Peaks before they changed it all.
Taking a liking to my collection.
Apparently, so like they were developing this game called Rainy Woods, which was like they were already teasing it in like 2007, and it was looking like super similar to Twin Peaks. And then apparently they got a notice from one of the right holders of Twin Peaks that you got to change that because that's, you know, resembling Twin Peaks a little too much. So then they changed it a lot, and then it came out in 2010 as Deadly Premonition.
Oh, yes. A great liking.
I buy all my charms and power stones from Erzuli Frida.
Erzuli Frida.
Yes, it's a mystical establishment run by the
I don't think there's anything wrong with story games if the story is good and interesting, if the characters are interesting,
The mirror.
or if it's like full of memes,
If you're interested, I
but
can
like
mark it on
funny,
your map.
unintentionally funny memes, I guess. Not like forced funny memes. I don't know.
Zach, this is it.
It's
Erzuli Frida.
definitely like a divisive game.
There must be a treasure trove of dubious trinkets on sale there. We may even be able to find something capable of changing her mind.
I feel like you also have to like Twin Peaks.
It really feels like we're
to
in
like
the deep south,
these games.
doesn't it?
Though to be honest, I've played the first game before seeing Twin Peaks, so I guess maybe that's not true. No, I never. No, I have heard of them, but no. Maybe one day. Should I leave?
What'll it be, hun? Okay, hun.
Wait. What is she saying here?
What'll it be, hun? Oh, I'll serve you up the finest Cajun food that
Cajun.
Louisiana's got to offer.
I love how they say fucking Cajun. Heck yeah. Cajun food. I'm personally not a fan of like Wild West setting games. I've played through RDR 2, was
I
it?
thought you
Yeah.
came here to
No,
vote.
1. I played
Yes, I
through
did.
1.
Then why are you leaving? You gave up on trying to convince Mrs. Carpenter to let you play?
No, Patty, neither Zach nor I have given up on anything. We're just going to stop by Erzuli Frida.
Erzuli Frida? What do you want with that place?
What do you know about it, Patty?
It's a dumb store that
Holy
sells
fuck,
stupid
look at this
voodoo
shit.
charms and even
Is this a
super
hearse? Oh my
sweets.
god, dude.
No one
It's
who
a
actually
hearse.
lives here would ever be caught dead there. Daddy even told me to steer clear of it.
And why is
Fuck
that?
yeah.
'Cause they sell
America,
guns.
You
fuck
mean
yeah.
Erzuli Frida is a gun shop?
It's kinda like a gun shop and a voodoo shop had a baby.
A voodoo shop. Thank you, Patty. You just helped me make up my mind. We're going to use the power of voodoo to help us steal the right to use that lane.
Earlier on, there was a fucking UAZ as a police van, which had me in tears. NGL fam, literally in tears. The fuck is this? But yeah, I mean, I wasn't a huge fan of RDR1. I did play through it, like in 2016 or something like that. But I'm just not into the whole like Wild West setting. I mean, it was like, you know, it was fine, but you know, it's not for me. I played like RDR2 once, and then that was enough for me. No, this is the PC version. I mean, it's essentially a Switch MU, yeah, but there's like a super bare bones shitty PC port of this game. Yeah, the PC version, it barely functions. When I first started it up, well, there's no keyboard support, but my controller also didn't work, so yeah, I had to download a mod to get the controller to work. And it just barely works because it's using the Switch buttons and they are like in the order of the Xbox 360 buttons, so it kind of sucks. So like B works as A and A works as B, basically. Because fucking Nintendo buttons are all over the place. I'd like to save the game. Is there like a phone booth somewhere? Because I don't know if like this game's gonna crash or something. Maybe there was one in that diner or whatever. Hold on. Oh, that's a vending machine. Oh yeah, it's like super basic. It is essentially just a switchboard directly ported over to PC. Like, change the code from ARM to x86 and that's about it. Or maybe just run it in an emulator, I don't know what it does. I mean, it doesn't look great, but it also doesn't run great, so... Yeah, it could be an emulator for all I know. Although it doesn't seem to have like input lag, so I don't know. Well, true, but there were more consoles to have used the A on the bottom layout, like Sega Dreamcast and Microsoft Xbox both did the same thing. I think the Stadia controller also did that, right? That's an important one, as well as yeah, that's about it, I guess. But that's already more than the one Nintendo uses, so yeah. Whatever. Maybe we'll just go to the location, and then there's gonna be a save point there, a phone booth. I'm just kind of afraid of the game crashing. Oh yeah, I mean, it was revolutionary. It didn't quite work on dial-up, but where the fuck am I going? Oh no, hold on, I'm not going the right way. Yeah, technically for example, the Atari Jaguar had a different layout. It was CBA because they couldn't be bothered. It went from like left to right as CBA. And if you had the 6-button pad, I think it was circular buttons, so it was like, I think it was like CBA ZYX, I think. So like Z would have been the same button as X on an Xbox controller, and C is the same as A, I think. B is the same as B. Y on the Xbox controller would have been Y, I guess, so that's correct. But then you'd also have an X and an A to the right, if I remember right. Yeah, the Atari Jaguar 6-button controller was pretty cool, actually. I think if you like stick on 2 sticks on the Atari Jaguar controller, that could have been pretty decent. Look at this thing. It looks like you can't drive any cars in there. Oh yeah, there we go. Here's the sheriff's was 452. American small town, just using a Soviet Union fan, because why not? This, when I first saw it, this had me in tears. It's just so funny. The engine kind of sounds like a Dodge Viper inside of it, so it's like I guess it's also the same as like a Dodge Ram engine or something. It had that same tone to it. It's great.
Mr. York, that was mighty quick. The special agent does it again. You sure don't waste any time. I bet my CLG's got a lot to learn from you. By the way, Mr. York, looks to me like you aren't packing anything.
I was on vacation in New Orleans before I happened to stop by here.
Well, shoot, that won't do. Here, I got something I think you'll like.
The fuck is that? Why is it purple?
I call him Mr. Alligator. Badass, ain't he? It's a tranquilizer gun for the gators.
The lore is that he is in this town on vacation. This is called Le Carré, which should be Le Carré, but that doesn't matter. And he just so happened to run into this investigation that's going on into like the murder of a young girl or something. And he arrived in town and they stole his hybrid car. He kept mentioning it was a hybrid car. They stole it and left him a skateboard. That's why he's riding a skateboard everywhere around town. That's the lore.
And here's a radio. With this, you won't have to worry about any expensive roaming fees.
Okay.
It might take you a while to get used to it, but you'll get it. Try letting them rip a few times. Ain't no need to hold back out here.
I have to shoot the boxes with the tranquilizer? Okay. Mr. Alligator is a gun. Oh yeah, of course, I keep forgetting it's a Nintendo game. You can't have like a real gun. Brother, you just get Mr. Alligator, a tranquilizer gun. That's why my inventory is full of rubber bullets. Point gun, aim, fire, reload. Okay. Mr. Alligator is a gun that fires non-lethal rubber bullets. You can purchase more rubber bullets at shops, so keep an eye on your stock. Do you even ever like shoot people in this, or is it just dogs? I don't know which one is worse. Okay. There we go. That's essentially a normal gun. Just... yeah, it's a rubber bullet gun. Yep, it's a rubber bullet gun. Yep. Nintendo will be okay with that. We brought this to... we brought this game...
Intriguing weapon. For a tranquilizer gun, it really packs a punch.
We brought this game to Mr. Miyamoto because whenever you make a Switch game, you always have to have Mr. Miyamoto's approval. And he saw the gun and he was like, "Matte, matte, matte. そのし、ラベルブレットガンノですか?" And so we had to put that into the game.
But I'm afraid I'll decline. After all, this town is peaceful, isn't it?
Well, sure it's peaceful. At least the humans are. But the animals? A different story. Remember what I named it? There are some real mean-ass gators out there in the swamps. And every now and then, they wander into town. One of them even went and ate a kid once. It happened a long time ago,
the fuck?
but still. One chomps all it
It's a Nintendo game. You can't say stuff like that.
Last bit of poor kid's parents didn't even know what to put in his coffin.
Dude.
The worst part is, that taught the gators just how tasty we humans are. So now, those suckers just attack on sight. Man-eating crocodiles will feast tonight. In Blood Swamp.
They're okay with that.
Fibbing, right? Gators don't attack folks. I never heard about no kid getting swallowed by a gator.
Actually, Patricia, you're wrong.
I'm what?
Alligators do attack people. And it could happen in any town.
Huh?
Alligator, 1980. Directed by Louis T. It takes place in the Midwest, I believe. A teenage girl's pet alligator gets flushed down the toilet. Then, in the sewer, it feeds on the corpses of dogs that were used as test subjects for an experimental growth formula. After growing over 30 feet, it finally starts to go after humans. It's an extremely edifying movie. Back when I first saw it, I had a pet hamster.
Hey, Agent York. What's your first order of business? You're in charge now, remember?
Well said, Patricia. I nearly lost sight of my true goal. Melvin, I couldn't help but notice the name on the side of that truck. This facility is connected to the victim, isn't it?
reckon I better start from there. I'm gonna tell it to you straight right from the beginning, Mr. York. As you guessed, this warehouse is run by the Clarksons. The victim's father, Danny Clarkson, is the one who manages the whole place. Okay, but why did he choose to store her body in his own warehouse, right? Well, that's because there ain't no other place to store it. Our town has a clinic inside a church.
It's a Japanese game.
More. Whenever someone kicks the bucket, we just bury him in the graveyard right outside.
It's either a Japanese game or a Western developer trying to emulate a Japanese game. I don't know which one. I don't know like who actually developed this one.
But not this time. We got a murder on our hands this time. We need to give Lisa's body an autopsy and keep it stored, right? So we had no choice but to rent out a corner of this warehouse.
I see. So that's what led to the ingenious choice to store the victim's body in a facility that her family owns.
Anywho, this is where the real story begins. Truth is, a few days before you got here, Lisa's body went missing.
Missing?
Yeah. All of a sudden, poof.
Did you leave the warehouse unlocked?
I most certainly did not. I locked the whole place up and made sure no one could get inside. No one stole the original key, and I couldn't find any fingerprints at the scene.
So, in other words, this is a locked room mystery.
The body of a beautiful young girl walks that bit. Hey! all right, CLG. Reckon I should have told you about this earlier when you first said you
No, don't do it. No. Forget about it. Forget about it. It's not worth it.
Didn't seem like
don't do
the
it.
time or place as I remember.
Don't do it.
Anywho, how about we call it a day and head back to my office? You can go through all the files there.
No, thank you. This is what I came to investigate.
But Lisa's body isn't here anymore. You sure?
That doesn't bother me one bit, Melvin. You see, I met a skeletal gentleman on my way here, and he was kind enough to give me an oracle.
The fuck? Alright. Let's go investigate. Are you coming in to the scary warehouse? Okay, let's go. Mafia, the only good thing I can say about Mafia 3 is the ending is fucking hilarious. It's, I mean, unintentionally, but it's funny as shit. The funniest ending to any game ever. I think.
Okay, CLG? Sure you don't want to wait outside?
So funny.
Ugh, I'll be fine, Daddy. Just make sure you don't take your eyes off
Especially if you just like, if you go out of your way and pick like a random car, if you know what I mean. Just pick any car in town. Boom. It's so good.
He's so selfish and inconsiderate. I'm still not convinced he's actually a real FBI agent. Look, he's talking to himself again.
Jack, this is the ambiguous zero, the deep freeze. Let's hurry up and find that flying serpent, shall we?
Mm-hmm. Quest updated. It's just like his running animation doesn't match up with the speed. It's bothering me so much. Like he's trying to run faster than he can. He's just like constantly slipping. That's what it looks like. Yeah, I think I got it for like 12, but it came with a bunch of other games like Shenmue 1 and 2 and like maybe the Crash Bandicoot games as well, and the Spyro ones. I think it was like in one big bundle, all those games. Still, the most insulting thing about Mafia 3, I think, is what you say, is what you're mentioning too, is the constantly repeating gameplay where you're just like, oh, you have to go here and take care of this, and you know, kill this person, take over this business, endlessly just going on and on. And while you're doing this, the game will put in these completely unrelated cutscenes that are the story fragments itself. So like, it's like trying to fool you into thinking that you're actually doing something meaningful and moving the story forward by doing these things, but all it does is it's just playing fucking clips and just segments of the story, and you have to like take over the whole fucking town, like do all the side mission, all the missions, to unlock all the little videos so you get the actual story. It's like imagine you're just playing fucking Fortnite or whatever, and then you finish a match, and then once you finish a match, you watch like a YouTube video or something, and then you do another match, and then you watch another YouTube video. You just like continue the, you know, it's completely fucking unrelated bullshit. That's the most insulting thing about that game, I think. Like, you're doing fuck all, yet you're somehow moving the story forward. Ah, saving. Here we go. It's so fucking stupid. There's a year on it, 2005. I wonder if we're gonna be like in a different year as well. SVC. What are we doing here?
Hey, Mr. York. You sure you want to keep investigating this place?
The skeleton.
Okay, so we're looking for something.
Sorry, Melvin.
Right. Can I go? Okay. Let's go through here, I guess.
This place always gives me goosebumps, no matter how many times I come here.
Yes, it's quite.
Oh yeah, that's right. I need to continue Shenmue 3 at some point.
Meat entertainment. That's the only way to describe it. Woven together by life, frozen in time, a visceral, musical
symphony. We eat all this in order to survive.
Yes, truly a symphony. Life and death resonating together.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Cool? Whoa now, CLG. Since when were you interested in this kind of stuff?
What are you so surprised for, Daddy? I'm more mature than you are. I've seen way more realistic corpses on CSI, you know.
At first, Zach, I was shocked by the notion of storing a victim's body alongside food. But as I gaze upon this hanging garden, I realize it's just another scene of violent, depraved murder. Yes. All we need to do is change our point of view, and things will expose themselves in utterly new ways.
Okay. So what? What am I looking for? You can use visions to acquire important hints that will help you proceed through the game. I don't understand how this works. I have to go to those places that have something, or... I don't get it. What the fuck is that? How do you mean... What? Visions? Is that all it does? It just like highlights the hints? I understand that's all it does. I ran out of it. Okay. Oops. What the fuck is going on here? I can't even use my vision right now. I don't know. Yeah, I'm just not sure if like you actually have to do it, or if the items
Melvin,
are just available
I'd like
either
to take
way.
this opportunity to ask you a personal question.
So you should get a Switch if you want to play this. No, I'm playing a PC version. You can play it on PC.
In the hotel parking lot, when I first met you, the picture you had on your dashboard happened to catch my eye. Was that your wife?
Oh, her? Yeah, that's my lady, alright. Candy. Her name's Candy. Prettiest girl in town, which makes me the happiest boy. A shooting star landed in a rural town, right on top of a man who now has a meteor struck hard.
You always keep her photo with you?
You bet I do. The truth is, Candy's a little sick right now. She can't even leave the house no more. So I always keep her photograph with me. Kinda feels like we're always together, you know?
I see. You care for your wife a great deal. But this means that...
Yeah, that's right. My mama had me before she married Daddy. But it don't matter. He's still my real daddy to me.
Oh, thank you, CLG, and you're my pride and joy.
Well, Zach, isn't this a heartwarming scene? But there's one thing I just can't get out of my mind. Don't you think that photograph looked a bit too old? Perhaps Candy is already... No, let's not think about that.
The fuck?
It might be a private matter, just like you, Zach.
So you think that... Have you guys ever heard of that thing? I mean, I don't know if... I mean, it probably happened in other countries as well, but I remember this one thing on, like, either it was news or like in some TV show or whatever, where they were talking about weird stuff. There was this woman whose son died, but that was like already an adult son, I think, who died, or maybe a teenager or something like that. And then, but it was probably an adult. And then she just kept him in her house, and like kept washing him, kept feeding him, kept cutting his nails, his hair. But it was like a dead body. I think it's one of those situations. Okay, so what the fuck am I looking for here? Let's see, I'm gonna use the vision again. So it's like over there. I guess it's like through the door. So there's nothing else in this room. Oh, this place is huge. There's an elevator, what the fuck? Here we go. I remember that song from the first game.
Here we are, Zach. The morgue. They stored the victim's body in a cold storage warehouse operated by her family. I'd love to shake the hand of whoever came up with that one.
Hey, Agent York. Did you just come here to laugh at rural officers who are doing the best they can? We don't have any special facilities like you people. What else did you expect us to do, huh? Don't compare us with city folk. This is Lucare. And maybe you're just disappointed that you didn't get to see the bloated, decomposing corpse of a young girl.
Sorry, you're right. I went a bit too far just now. But don't misunderstand. I honestly think it's a fantastic idea. I'd never try and bully your daddy.
Better not.
Thank you for understanding.
You could have just like said, press the stick to crouch. I mean, you didn't need all that. Sometimes you'll find like certain areas where normal means of transportation may not fulfill your desire to access that. Press left stick to crouch. That's all you need to say. Inspection start. Large footprint.
Zach, these are human footprints. And they're extremely large. Yes, Zach, I agree. These footprints must belong to someone who's used to walking around in cold temperatures. This frost is shaped like something we're very used to seeing. That's right, a body bag. Lisa's body must have been left here, but there are no signs that the bag was dragged away, so our criminal must possess monstrous strength. These pallets are a mess. Looks like this area isn't used often. Still, the idea to store a body here, it's a novel, sophisticated idea, unlike anything I'd ever come up with. Boxes of the past or presents of the future. Either way, this is a curious time capsule. Forgotten boxes. Looks like shelled headless shrimp. When were these boxes brought here? And when will they be taken away? Zach, can you feel it? The perpetual, unstoppable flow of time. Boxes that got left behind. I can't tell what's inside. What do you think, Zach? I'm gonna go with okra.
Cardboard box with cardboard box written on it.
I'm sure it must be okra.
You ever just get those boxes when it says cardboard box? It's like, what is this called? Hold on. Ah, yes.
An icicle. Never thought I'd see one of these down in the south. Look at the thermometer, Zach. It's at 10 degrees Fahrenheit, or minus 12.2 degrees Celsius. This must not be the ambiguous zero. Zach, can you see that? Look, that's right. There are 4 imprints in the frost on the top of this. It's hard to believe, but I think these are fingerprints. Yes, Zach, that would lead one to believe that the body napper is a giant who's over 10 feet tall.
You get $65 for that. That's crazy.
Seems like our flying serpent isn't here. Is this everything, Melvin? There aren't any other rooms in this warehouse? No special rooms?
Well, there is the luxury foods warehouse.
Luxury foods? Why didn't you say so earlier?
Just thought you wanted to see where the body... I just thought you were only interested in warehouse number 2.
Take me to warehouse number 8.
Besides, it's underground, so it's even colder than this. You sure you really want to go down there? You could darn well freeze to death. All life will come to an end in the icebound zone. You feel me?
Let's head there at once. I'm sure that must be where we're meant to go.
But what about searching for Lisa's body?
All we need to do is find a 10-foot tall man with monstrous strength. That giant knows where she is.
10 foot tall?
But finding the flying serpent is more important right now. Now please, guide me to the luxury foods warehouse at once. These luxury foods are most likely being used in local Cajun cuisine. I'm so excited to see what we'll find. Aren't you, Zach?
That elevator needs a key, Mr. Dark.
Do you have one?
Actually, no. I didn't think you'd ever want to go down there, so I didn't bother to go and get one.
Well, then would you go and get one now?
Yeah. COG, I know. I'll tell it to him straight. Thing is, Mr. York, you know the Clarksons? Folks who own this place. Well, they don't too much like the police. They sure as hell don't like them when they're my color. It was, real hard for me to get permission to open up this place for you to search through. So they ain't gonna be too happy if I go back to them now, asking for another key.
What should we do then?
Let's just find a worker here who can lower the elevator for us instead. All they need to do is take a break from their work for a couple minutes.
And what am I supposed to do? Just stand here and pretend like nothing's happening?
Yeah, you FBI folks are good at that, right? That's always what I see you doing on TV.
Oh my god. What? Wait. It's been saving constantly or what? I don't know. Ugh. Anyways. I'm getting a little sleepy. I think I'm gonna call it a day. We'll continue next time. How do you... Oh yeah, keyboard doesn't work. How do you quit from this game? I guess like Alt F4 maybe? That works. That always works. Alright. Thank you very much for watching. And thank you very, very much for the support. You guys are awesome. Going to head off now. I don't know if I'll stream tomorrow. Yeah, not sure. Maybe. We'll see. I don't have it planned. Is anyone streaming? Alan is streaming. And Big Scat is streaming. Who do we rate? It's real funny when I'm rating Owlin. She's like, "Oh, OC is like it's like a streamer. He talks a lot about aspect ratio." It's my number one defining defining definition, defining whatever the right word is. Let's see.